thumbnail. I really wanted to do a full get ready with me, but I forgot and I already did my makeup. But I figured I still have to do my hair. So let's discuss the elephant in the room, the gray hair. I realized that I haven't really shared much with you guys regarding my grays. I've shared on Instagram, I've shared on TikTok. You've seen the shorts about growing out my grays, but I haven't done a full video talking to you guys about my journey with my gray hair. So I really want to do that today because I get so many questions all the time. So figured, why not do a little get ready with me while I do my hair, and let's just talk about it. Right now I'm going to start off with this Garnier Fructis Sleek and Stay Heat Activated Serum. I just started using this. I think I've only used it one time. But I am out of some other heat protectants, and what I'm doing with my hair today is use my favorite, it's kind of like a blowout brush, but it doesn't make any noise. It's literally that, just a brush. I think it's called Everyday. I'll link it down below, but it's the 40 brush. One of my favorite things is the fact that it makes no noise, and I really like the way that this smells, and I like that it's a heat protectant. So I put it on before, and it's supposed to make my hair nice and sleek and silky, so hopefully that's what we get. But okay, let's get into it. I started growing out my grays about, I want to say it's almost been 2 years. I'm 30 right now. I turned 31 in November, and I honestly thought that I wouldn't be growing them out until I'd be about 40. Like, that was always the plan, okay? But something about the moment I turned 30, I decided to just let it be. Or not when I turned 30, sorry. Before I turned 30. At 29. Oh my gosh, yes, at 29. Yes, I'm tripping, because it's almost gonna be 2 years. At 29 is when I decided to let my grays just roam free. But basically, let's start from the beginning, shall we? So I noticed my first gray hairs at the age of 14, freshman year of high school, and it would be just a little bit like right here in the front, you know? But I would do what every other girl has done and just pluck it. And my mom would always be like, don't pluck them, more are gonna grow. I don't believe in that. If they're gonna grow, they're gonna grow. But anyways, I did that just a little bit, and then once it was a little bit more, I started using mascara. My mom told me actually about that trick because my dad, he would get premature grays as well when he was younger, and so it's hereditary. I got it from him. So when my mom noticed the grays on me, it wasn't that big of a surprise because we just knew that I inherited that from my dad. So she taught me that little trick that my dad would do and just use mascara a little bit. Then once I was in college, that was when, okay, the mascara is not gonna cut it because it would just help a little bit. That was when I started box dyeing my hair, because I would say maybe the stress also caused some more grays or something. I don't know, you know, that's what they say. I don't know what the factors were, and believe me, I'm healthy, because I already know the comments are gonna say that I'm iron deficient or I'm missing something or I have to go get checked by the doctor, but I've been checked by my doctor and they agree it's hereditary and nothing to be concerned about. Oh my gosh, I've been like styling this piece for too long. Okay, so I would have like my girlfriend's box dye for me and everything, and this went on for years, right? For years and years, until I was done with college, until my mid-20s. So weird to say, like my mid-20s. That was when I decided, okay, the box dye is too bad for me. So I decided to start getting it professionally dyed. And the plan with getting it professionally done was to really just get rid of all of the years of box dye that I had in my hair and try to get my hair healthy again. Because at this point, I was dyeing my hair, I don't even know how often I had to be dyeing my hair during the box dye, because that would just get so annoying having to do it on my own and everything. But I do remember how often I would have to go get it professionally done because the money, it was so expensive. So I don't know how many years I was getting it professionally done. I want to say like 3 years, 4 years, I don't know, maybe 3 years actually. Yeah, 3 years. Once I moved into this place actually in 2020, because before that was just so many years of doing it by myself. So imagine how bad that was for my hair. So getting it professionally done, I would start noticing that, obviously, you see my grays. I have a, ¿cómo se llama? Crown, not the crown, the money piece. I like my money piece. I love that my grays are more focused at the crown of my head. But I'm not kidding when I tell you that I would go get my hair done, and then a week later or a week and a half later, I would instantly start noticing grays again. And it was always more on one side. I think it was always this side. The color would just not pick up properly right here. Like, it was just so intense, always right here. And it would be so frustrating because I would think I paid all this money, the grays aren't even being completely covered. So imagine every 2 weeks, you're noticing your grays come out again, and you're just thinking, wow, I'm gonna have to go get them done again and spend another like almost $200 or something. So that was not fun. Oh, and I would wait and wait as long as I could to not go get my hair dyed again for the sake of saving some money. So I would do more of my little hacks, right? I don't think I was doing the mascara thing anymore, but I think it's L'Oreal that has this gray cover-up spray. That was my thing. I use that thing so much. It honestly works pretty well, but if you're gonna like, you just can't like instantly touch your hair when you have it on and stuff. Like, it would get on clothes or your hands and stuff like that until it dries for a little bit, you know? But anyways, I would do that. I would just wear more hats. I would just wear more beanies or something. Whatever I could do. The hardest part was I hated having to put my hair up for the gym, because then you would just like notice it a lot. Like, I'm thinking about it now, it's like I love my grays so much, so I can't even imagine myself without them. But I'm just thinking about how back then I hated the thought of people seeing my grays. I was always so embarrassed by them. Flash forward to me almost turning 29, and no sé qué pasó. I just me dio las ganas de ya no pintarme el pelo. I just decided, you know what, I'm over dyeing the grays a little bit. So I just kind of started sharing like a little bit about the grays online, just because I share parts of my personal life online. So I thought, you know what, maybe some people have tips on covering it, tips on something, because I was just tired of having to dye my hair all the time, or every like 2 to 3 weeks. Like, I think that was almost as long as I could go, like 3 weeks or something, or like 4 weeks. I don't know, I can't even remember. It was so long ago, it feels like, but I know it was insane. So yeah, I just remember, I think I like just shared a little bit about the grays. I did like one video on TikTok, because I feel like TikTok, you could just kind of like get away with posting more like of whatever you want and feel like you'll get less judged. At least that's how it is for me. So if you want to see stuff that's not on Instagram, it's on TikTok. And to my surprise, people liked the grays, and this was just a little bit of gray showing. People were responding and saying, don't cover them up, they actually look so good, that they loved that they were like focused like in the front and stuff. And that was just not at all what I thought the response would be. I just thought people are going to give me tips on what they do with like covering their grays and stuff, and no, they literally were just sharing how much they liked my grays. I'm drinking a Gorgie energy drink. It's green tea caffeine, okay? I actually really like these. So once I started getting that reaction, I was so surprised, you guys. And I'm not gonna lie, if it weren't for the people hyping me up online, I don't think I would have started letting my grays grow out as quickly as I did. Because unfortunately, that's what stops us from doing a lot of things in our life. It's the thought of what are people going to think, and how am I gonna look, like I'm gonna get made fun of, things like that. And granted, that's exactly how I felt, but I was obviously just happy that people were liking my grays, because again, I knew at some point I wasn't going to be dyeing my hair anymore. And then I think I kind of just started teasing the idea and I was making some videos like, let's see how long I could go without dyeing my grays and all that stuff. And then finally, before I turned 29, something hit me, and it felt like the right time to just fully go for it. But I also told myself that I wanted to try to get my hair healthy again, because I just had so much box dye, right? So I wanted to try my best to get rid of as much box dye as possible. So I also ended up cutting my hair. Like, I literally had like shoulder length hair. That was like the shortest I've had my hair since I was a little girl. I actually think it made me look a little bit younger. That was a fun time, but I definitely like longer hair. I'm actually excited. I'm hoping that my hair keeps growing. I feel like it just like stops mid-length or something. But anyways, once I decided I'm letting my grays grow out, I let my hairdresser know. She was actually very excited. Actually, I forgot to mention that before deciding to do that, now I remember. Before deciding to fully go for it and just let the grays grow out, I had asked my hairstylist if she had any experience with doing like gray blending, right? That would mean like just dyeing my hair to make the grays start blending in. And then I just started seeing like so much of like an issue with that, because you're still dyeing it, so then you're still gonna need to upkeep it. And one thing about me, I may be a little high maintenance when it comes to like maybe my makeup, my nails. Like, I always need to have my nails done, and I always like to have my makeup done and stuff. But when it comes to my hair, of course I always like to have it looking nice, but I am so low maintenance when it comes to going to the hair salon and stuff like that. Like, I don't like it. It's not my favorite thing to do. So the thought of doing gray blending, which required dyeing more of my hair and more appointments and all that stuff, like, that's what kind of just turned me off to it. And I got scared because since my hair is no longer virgin hair and it had so much box dye in it, there was also going to be a risk of the color coming out like orange or something, like just not a good color, right? So all signs led to no. And then the alternative was going to be just let it be. So I told my hairdresser, all right girl, no gray blending. We're just letting the grays do their thing. So once I had my short little haircut, literally was like this length. But once I had my cute little haircut and I was ready to let those grays grow, it was fun. I started making videos every single month showing the gray hair grow out process. And so of course the internet noticed. And of course with everything you're gonna get some good comments, you're gonna get some bad comments. But the good comments 100% are worth like any bad comments I would get. And surprisingly, there are not that many bad comments. I feel like most of the comments about my gray hair are positive. And my absolute favorite part about sharing this journey online is getting to see those messages and comments of other women and men, honestly, also men, comment and say how my videos have been so helpful to them to not be so self-conscious about their grays. And I get comments about how confident I am and how nice it is to see me embracing my grays, and that's what helps other people not feel so scared about having some grays show, or that they've decided to also start their gray hair journey sooner rather than later. And the craziest part is that it's not only online. I've had women come up to me in person and tell me, I love your videos, I'm letting my gray hairs grow out, or I'm not scared about showing my grays anymore, things like that. And honestly, that makes me so happy, because I can't even picture myself without my grays at this point. And I'll be honest, I low-key wish that I started sooner, because I mean, yes, the process itself has been so much fun, but I feel like I spent so many years being scared about showing off my grays. And who knew that it would become one of my favorite things about myself. I think the best part about this whole gray hair journey is the fact that I have become so much more confident, and it's taught me to take that confidence in other parts of my life, whether it's for my business, dating, just self-confidence in general, honestly. And when I tell you that I had the best year, the year that I decided to go for it and let my grays grow, I honestly think it was because of my confidence. So whether you have grays and you want to embrace them, or it's not your time yet, because I tell everybody, just because I'm embracing my grays, that doesn't mean that I'm expecting others to do the same, you know? I thought I wasn't going to let them grow out until my 40s, but here we are. And even now I say I wish I started sooner. There's a reason that I started when I started, because before that it just wasn't the right time. And right now it's so nice. So I have my hair focused on the crown of my head, right? I love it. And now when I put my hair up, it's a moment. And now that it's been almost 2 years, the grow out process has kind of slowed down a little bit, because like I said, everything's so focused right here. But I can see, like, you'll be able to tell that I have grays like throughout my entire head, but it's just like slower. So yeah, I don't know when it's gonna really take over, but clearly it's just slower growth from here on out, which is totally fine, because I honestly have really enjoyed the process. It's been so much fun. And I have been loving the attention. Like, who doesn't? I swear, you guys, I get so many compliments out in public because of my grays. And I'm gonna tell you this right now too. Dating is hard in general, but when I say that, the guys like the grays. The guys like the grays. I also just think that it's a good conversation starter, so it's really helped me socialize and everything. The grays are helpful. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. It's something that's unique to me, so I'm sure, like, if there's something that's unique to you and you embrace it, then people are just going to see that, resonate with it, and that just automatically makes you more attractive, you know? But anyways, for the girlies that are also on their gray hair journey with me, let's share some product recommendations, because I get sent things, right, from brands all the time. So I've tried a bunch of different hair stuff, and right now I'm not focused on any purple shampoo or any gray hair shampoo, but there is a brand that I do like and I want to shout out, because I really like their stuff and I ran out of it and I need to get some more. But DP Hue is the brand. I really like their stuff. I need to try more. Besides that, I was trying the Matrix purple shampoo and I liked that too. But let me know if there are any other gray hair girlies. Please share down below some of your recommendations. I think I want to go ahead and just like start testing out more gray hair products. Let me know if you're interested in that, and I can definitely share some recommendations. Like I said, I'm just very low maintenance when it comes to hair, so if people tell me use this or they give me the hair products and stuff, like, I'll just use it, you know, because I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. And right now, since it's been, I don't even know when I washed my hair, I think it was like not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, or the day before that, I can't remember. But after a while, I do notice that my grays aren't as not pigmented, but they're not as like nice and white and gray, right? I will start noticing some yellowing after a while. So I need to find the right product that just doesn't do that to my hair, or something that helps enhance the grays, you know? So please, if you have any recommendations, let me know, because besides DP Hue, I don't know of other brands. So anyways, thank you guys so much for doing my hair with me, and I'm glad that we got to chat a little bit more about the grays. And yeah, let me know if you guys are also on your gray hair journey, or if you have any questions, want any specific gray hair content, just leave some comments down below and I can't wait to see. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.